cold in my house right now. Just stand in the tub naked and rub yourself with a thing. That sounded wrong. What's up, fellow lovers of YouTube? Thanks for clicking on the video. As you can see from the title, this is my 2017 favorites. Alright, I figured we would just delve in. I have a bucket in front of me. Okay, I don't really have a set thing. It's not just all going to be beauty. It's not just all going to be makeup. All that. I have notes in my phone. TV shows I liked. Things I like to eat this year. All that kind of stuff. My phone's going off. So I have a bucket in front of me. A little bucket. And I thought that I would just dive in with what, let's see, I tried to put it all in categories. No, you can't get up here with me. So the first thing I have in my hands is all my stuff from Zoella Beauty, which I loved this stuff this year. I have stuff from the Sweet Inspiration, I think this one. This was the sugar dip.
It smells so good.
I wasn't the biggest fan of all of the things that come in this scent, but this one in particular, the sugar dip and the the fizz bar things, I really like those. Everything else I liked, but I like these way more. And I have TMI, my back breaks out a lot and I get really itchy in my back, and using these and soaking in the tub, they're, I guess the moisturizers or whatever's in them really helped. And these two smell delicious. I highly recommend. I got these on Ulta.com, but I highly recommend, and I want to buy some more. I just haven't gotten around to them. I've had these saved since the summer, wanting to do this because I loved them that much. They were awesome and I really like them. Another thing from Zoella Beauty that I really loved was the little fizz bars. This is from the, I think, the Core range, if I'm not mistaken. I really like this. I bought this, and I bought the Soap Pop, which was the bar of soap, which my skin felt so good with that, and I really loved this. It smelled really good. All the stuff for the most part smells really good. A few things smell better than others in my opinion, but I think that just has to do with people's scents and what they like. But all of these weren't too sweet, they're really good. Go sniff them. This, the Core range things, this I got at Target. I really like this. Was the bath latte. I really like this. It smelled really good. It had the macaroons. That's what the scent was. This was one of the ones that smelled really good. Something I would say about these though, especially the kind of the macaroon scent stuff, I feel like if it breathed and had oxygen, it smelled better. If that made any sense. And not that it didn't smell good in general, but I think you had to really let it breathe and bath before you could really smell it. But you can really smell it now. It smells really good, and I highly recommend those. And I would go get some if you love. It's not too sweet and sickly like it's like, you know, I got some stuff during the year, something plum, and it was just, what was it? I don't know what it was. It was from Walmart? I can't remember what it was. But it was so sickly sweet that it was like it would get caught in your throat and you couldn't breathe, and it was just too much. But those smelled really good, and I'm going to get more. And I really wanted to get the jelly and gelato stuff she had, but I never got to get around to doing it. So fingers crossed when she brings out another range. I think she talked in one of the, like, day 21 or 22 for Vlogmas, she talked about that the range was going to come out like 6-7 months now, so you know it's going to be in the summertime. So I'm going to be ready and save my money for that, because usually I just can't do it because I've had to buy other things and stuff and didn't get to. But I'm really hoping that whatever comes out this summer I get to jump on and get as soon as it comes out. So skin care wise, washing your face and stuff, I really love the Biore baking soda. It's just baking soda acne. I used this one, and then there's the one where you dump it in your hand and you make like a paste. I can't find the bottle, but I really loved these. This was my second bottle of this. I kind of change up with skincare. I don't use the same thing all the time, but it had exfoliating beads and stuff in it, and it really worked well. And I always use a little facial sponge. I guess this one I need a new one because it's so flat, but I always do like that. And my skin, I've been doing this since last year, and my skin really has improved, and I don't have as many like dead skin or like heat bumps on my forehead, I guess is what they are. And I don't really have as many breakouts. I have hormonal around time of the month, but that's basically it. Another one, this was actually an accident. This is my second bottle of this though. I thought this was the mask, but it's actually a cleanser. And it is detox and brighten clay to mousse, and it removes everyday impurities, oil, dirt, and pollens. 3 clays plus charcoal. I love this stuff. My face feels like under my eyes and everything feel brighter. My face looks better. And my mom has been using it, and I think her face looks a lot brighter too. But this is my, like I said, this is my second bottle, so I must really like it. It's my second. Another mask, I actually talked about this last year as well. You see, I've used so much of it. This is from CVS. I'm not mistaken, it's CVS. Dead Sea Minerals Anti-Stress Clay Facial Mask. It's for all type skin. And it kind of tingles a little bit, and I really like it. I don't know if it's doing too many benefits, but I really like it. I feel like it helps when I have breakouts and stuff. And I really enjoyed it, and I used it 2 years in a row. So clearly I really liked it. The thing I started using, this is just from Dollar Tree. I don't necessarily with the dry brushing because I use it in the bathtub and I just scrub my whole body, because we went, and I will link it up in the cards, to get massages this year, and I was again very insecure. Like I talked about, like, on my back breaks out a lot of times, and I was really insecure that my back was going to be really broke out. So I bought this at the beginning of December. You replace it because it said to replace every month, and I started scrubbing my back with it, really get in there. Not that I didn't wash my back before, but I would just kind of be like a little bit washed. But I started using this and on the back of my legs. Back of my legs get those weird bumps, I guess, from like heat bumps and stuff. And I was watching Sarah Day the other day, and she was talking about how when she started dry brushing, she gets those bumps too. Sarah Day was talking about that she gets those bumps in the back of her legs as well. And then when she started dry brushing, which I'm not dry brushing because I'm not doing it out of the shower, but I do it in the shower with the soap and stuff I have. It's just too cold to stand outside the shower with a brush and rub your legs. It's just really cold in my house. But I've been doing that, and my legs felt softer, and I felt like I have more circulation. And I don't know, I don't feel like my cellulitis, which I know that circulation helps, but I have cellulite on my bum and stuff. And I think since I've been doing this and all the other stuff I do, my bum is looking better. But I highly recommend it. It's just from the Dollar Tree. And when I first used it first time, I'm like, this is really painful. And it's kind of worn down now, but I know that means I need to get a new one. But highly recommend. Hair care. This year, the hair care, I was thinking about getting into the, what is it called? Monate stuff. I never did. I used it once with my friend Shelby, but I never got into it. I don't know if I ever will. I thought about it, but it's for me, it's way too expensive to do that. I just don't make a lot of money to do something like that. Anyway, and so I was looking for something. I needed a better shampoo. My hair has really gone through a lot in the last few years. It's a lot healthier. I don't do as much to it. I haven't really colored it since April of 2017. So I've got new growth about here. My dark blonde is really coming out. But I wanted something to really, I wanted something that was really nourishing and really good. And I was using stuff just from the drugstore, which I love the drugstore. One that I really love from the drugstore is from Tresemme, and it is the keratin one with the red bottle. I really love that one. It just, tangles just kind of fall out of your hair. But I was just looking to change things up because I was bored, and I get bored. And so I started using this. I'm going to butcher this name. Well, I went to Sally's, and the lady that I know there, she was like, well, this one's really good. It's really moisturizing and stuff. And it is Naturella Bioterry. Naturella Bioterry. I think it's how you say it. I'm not 100% sure. But it has a very pretty scent, and this says it is rehydrating conditioner, restores moisture balance, manageability, and shine, and is paraben free. This is just the conditioner because I got a different shampoo this time, but I haven't tried that out first. But this one is just in the moisturizer. It has shea butter and silk, and it smells really good. It smells expensive. It smells like you went to a salon, and it's really good, and I really like it. My hair has felt better since using it. I really see a difference. I see a difference in my mom's hair, and I really like it. And I think it's doing a pretty good job. Yeah. And it's just from Sally's. Also I got from Sally's, I think a year ago or something. I don't know how long, but this, I didn't really use it because I didn't read the instructions. If you don't read the instructions, then you don't know what's going on. But this is just shock therapy. It's Beyond the Zone B to Z. and an overnight repair treatment. And what you do is you dampen your hair, you put it in, and it like sucks in your hair like instant. It's not like goopy and weird like you have like too much conditioner in your hair. It like really sucks in there. You go to sleep overnight, in the morning time you get up, wash your hair like you normally do and everything, and your hair just seems better. And I like it. I feel like my hair feels better when I use it. I need more. It's like, oh, like I've squeezed the crap out of it, drag it out. But I really like this, and I will repurchase and keep using. But I really, really liked it.
Let's go into makeup.
Breeze through these as fast as I possibly can because I do have, like I said, a big old bucket. I'm trying to breeze through these, going from primer to lipstick as fast as we can. I really loved this Maybelline Baby Skin. I saw Jackie Wire talk about this a lot and I started using it. I really like the way it feels. I see a difference when I don't use this. I feel like my foundation stays on better, and I feel like my pores are filled. Even if I'm not going to use anything, just putting this on my face, I feel my face looks baby smooth. Everything's filled in, and I really enjoy this. So if you're someone like me who has, you know, it doesn't really help with oil or anything, but like pores, which I do have big pores, it really helps with that. Foundation slash CC or BB cream. This one I talked about last year. I really liked. This is the CoverGirl Matte. It's BB cream. I really like it. It's easy. I talked about last year. I usually just put it on today, and I just always use my fingers. I don't think a sponge or a brush works well with this. It's really good. You usually don't need too much. I usually have a dime or 2 dime sized, and it usually covers my whole face, and I really like the finish. It feels good, and it stays on pretty much all day. I really, really like it. I used it 2 years in a row, so I must like it. The one that I like, again, was the Matte and Poreless from Maybelline. Maybelline, right? Yeah. It's matte, it's poreless, does good. I would say though that sometimes we'll mix these two together. It's not, in my opinion, full coverage or anything like that. I can still see my moles and stuff through it, but I like that. I don't really like too much coverage. I like to still look like me. That makes any sense. Another one I really, really liked, and I was on the fence if I liked or didn't like, was the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. Now I like this. I think it's a good job at covering up my redness and stuff, and it does stay on pretty well, and I kind of had like a love-hate relationship, but I actually really like it now that I've used it a lot, and I've experimented a lot this year with foundations and things, but these, I really like these 3, and I like this. Tati recommended it, and I pretty much anything Tati recommends I buy, as you will probably see through the rest of this, because I love everything that Tati recommends. I think she is the absolute best. So a lot of this is stuff that she probably recommended. Concealer I really, really liked this year, and I kind of went back on the forth and the fence and everything about, was the Wet n Wild. I think this is kind of the Photo Focus one. Didn't really like it at first, and then I saw Kathleen Lights talk about it more, and I kind of more used it and stuff. And I used it with different powders and things. But I think you have to really make sure it's worked in, or it will kind of flake off. But it was really good at covering up like my acne and stuff. I really thought it did a good job on that for me personally. But I really, really liked this. I also loved my Maybelline Fit Me, but I can't find it. But that's also one that I used last year, and I think the year before that, and I really, really liked it. I think it did a really good job. It always does. Something I want to try though is the Catrice, and I want to try the Tarte Shape Tape. So fingers crossed I get to try that this year. And everything else that I've been seeing everybody's coming out with. Powders. I really loved, again, this is from the Photo Focus I bought. I actually did a review. I never uploaded it because I never edited it. And we went to Texas somewhere, and I wore all this and everything, and I never uploaded it, but it's in my computer somewhere. I edited half of it and I never got done with it. I just didn't do it. It was like the first time I tried to do a wear test all day, and I didn't do check-ins, and I didn't, the lighting, getting it done didn't look right. But I really did like this foundation and stuff this year, and I liked this powder. But I really liked it, and I think I'm like tripping on my words. But I really liked this, and I would recommend to a friend. I did have it on today. Lighting is weird, yes, because I have natural and my lights from my room. I need to buy lights this year, I really do. But anyway, another one, which is top shelf. I love this powder. I only wrote bread. I love bread. This is the Coty Airspun. I cannot say anything bad about this powder. I loved this powder. My makeup game changed when I started using this one. And yeah, it has the smell and everything, but I actually love that because I feel like it feels like old Hollywood, or it feels like something my grandmother or my great grandma used, because it's been around since 1935, so I felt like it was something that they could use. My aunt uses it, and it just makes me think of family. I don't know, I just love the scent. But I use this with a sponge. Most of the time I don't use usually don't use a brush. I haven't been using brushes really. I've been using more sponges all year long, in all honesty. But I usually take this damp, this is dirty, put it in, dip under eye, and I usually bake my entire face, let it sit, and then do the rest of the stuff, and then I'll dust it off. But my makeup stays set with this stuff. I love it. It's like, I think it's $10 or something. I found mine at Walmart. And if you're looking for a good powder, and like I've had this for a long time, at least 6 months, and like I'm still full, like I'm almost still full, so this is gonna last me a long time. So if you're looking for a good powder that, and you're on a budget like me, get this. It's not expensive. It's $10. You're gonna pay that for 3 or 4 other different ones when this one's really good, and it's awesome. You can bake with it. I mean, it's really funny. I don't know if Amanda watches my channel, that I put talking about this and how it's a good bake. Baking my face has really changed my makeup, which it has. And she's like, do I use like powder from the store or like baking powder? Because like I said, baking, and I guess that, the techniques more drag queens come up with it, which thank God the drag queens. And I watched Jaclyn Hill talk about it, and that's how when I shared that video with her. I was like, Jaclyn Hill, can teach it, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I thought that was funny. She's like, do I use baking powder? I thought it was like,
is butter a carb?
But it was so funny, and I thought it was so cute. Move to blusher. I have 2, actually, there's another one of these, and I don't know where it's at. I think it's probably in a purse somewhere, because I tend to do that, take it with me, put it in a purse, and then I forget it's in there. This one is from Wet n Wild. This is the Color Icon Ombre Blush in the Princess something. It's 316B, I can't spell. And this is Ombre Blush. It has 2 different blushes. Now these are not the most like it's not like so pigmented you're gonna go, ooh, it's gonna be too much. But this is really good if you're someone that's a bit heavy-handed, or if you're just learning, in my opinion. It would be really good for that. My mom does this, she kind of piles on. She does, the very, cute little waist and stuff. But I really liked it. At first I didn't really appreciate it, but the more I'm very heavy-handed sometimes with my blush. Especially I've been using e.l.f. blush, and they're very, very pigmented. So if you're not careful when you're putting on those e.l.f. blushes, sometimes you look like a clown, or at least I do. But I'm like, I look like a clown. You're like, no, it's fine. But I'm like, no. But I really like that blush. Like I said, I like the e.l.f. blushes. This one is just in light, and they have like the different quads of them. I just said this is mine, right? But I like these. I kind of more use these 2 shades on this side. I sometimes use those. This one has a lot of shimmer if I'm really wanting to look shimmery, but I like kind of most of the time to look matte and then have my highlight really beam to the gods. But I really like these. And again, if you're on a budget, I think these are $6. That's not too bad. Contour and highlight. Let's start with my absolute favorite. Has been my favorite for a few years, which is the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. It smells like an Almond Joy. It smells like Almond Joy. I just got lipstick on that to get on my face. No, I got lipstick on the side of it. But it smells like an Almond Joy. I remember the first time getting it, and I think it was Tati that recommended it. Yes, I watch Tati every single day. And I got into the store, and I was like, I can smell it. And I remember getting it home being like, oh my god. Because Almond Joys are one of my favorite candies, and it's my absolute favorite creamer that they have at Walmart. Also that Almond Joy creamer. Get it. It's delicious. Oh my god, it's so good. But I love this. Have it on today. It's not too much, not too heavy. It's beautiful, and I think they just have like bronze is what they're in. Just bronzer. I don't think they have different shades. They might, but I just have that one. This one is another one, and this is the I Love Makeup Contour Palette from LA Colors. I got this at Dollar General. I was like, oh. And I've really been liking, I mostly use the 3 shades right here. Just mix them all together. And I actually was using these on my eyebrows during the summer. And Cece, my sister-in-law, she's like, your eyebrows look really, really good. So they're really good for that too. I haven't used really any of the vanilla shades or the banana shade right here. I just haven't. But I do like the highlight up here. It's really pretty, and it's kind of subtle. It's subtle, but it's very peachy and champagne-y. But I really, really like that, and I think this was $6, I think, but I didn't think that was too bad for that, and I really liked it.
There's such a mess on my table.
Next one I repurchased this one because this was the first bronzer I ever bought, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't get into makeup until I was 22. I'm 26 now. Oh my god, that's so scary to say. I'm 26 now. My friend the other night was at her house, she says, you know, you're closer to 30 than you are 20. And I'm like, thanks, that really makes me feel good. Not that I mind aging, but it was just like a weird like, and she's only 21, so it's like, bite me, Shelby, I love you, but bite me. But I got this when I first started wearing makeup. I don't know what is all over it, but this is just the Color Icon bronzer. This is Trip to Brazil, and I bought the Trip to Brazil because I was really into the movie Rio at that point. Rio. I really like that movie, and I thought that was cute. This does have a bit of like shimmer, but like small, not like big glitters in it. But I thought it's really pretty for, it's huge. I really, really like to wear it in the summertime. I love to be bronze. I wore a lot of this in the first video I think I put on this channel, the welcome to my main channel. I was really, really bronzed and really, really highlighty. That I had a lot of this on. Maybe too much, but I liked it. Highlight. I have two highlights. I bought this one. Actually, I bought this one on accident. This is Sun Glow, but they had one and it was called Afterglow, and I got it because I thought it was funny and dirty. Afterglow. But this one's also really, really pretty. It's a champagne gold color. But I really, really loved the Master Strobe Chrome, just 100 Molten Gold from Maybelline this year. I know it's a bit gold for my skin tone, but I have these two mixed together and something else that I can't remember that I put on my cheeks today. I usually mix 2 or 3 different highlighters. I really love highlight, and I've been really experimenting putting it all on my cheeks, my forehead, my nose. I probably won't do that in the summer because I really, really sweat in the summer. But in the wintertime, when it's really, really cold and you don't really sweat too much, I am beaming to the gods as much as I can. But I really like these two. This one, like I said, I got this one a couple weeks ago, but I really like it. I really love this one. But I've been mixing this with different things because it's fun. On my eyes this year, I didn't do too much. I experimented a couple different times with my Jaclyn Hill palette. I did my green look for Christmas that I will put a picture hopefully up in the corner. And a few other things, but I've been very, very careful with her because I don't want to mess her up. But I've done a lot of stuff with her, but most of the year I've just been taking a bronzer or a brownie shade and popping it in my crease, and then a highlighter. Doing that, I've been using different things. But I did use a lot this year my Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I used a lot of the 2 champagne shades that I'm going to try to pronounce because I suck. But I really like this palette. But I didn't have too many palettes this year. I more experimented with foundations and blush and bronzer and stuff like that. And mascara and things of that nature. But I don't think I think I had a couple of palettes, but I didn't use them too much. But I really did more warm. Like I said, I would use bronzers and blush and things like that and experiment with those. So I didn't really have but those 2 palettes that I really used a lot. I kind of just used, like I said, bronzer and highlight. Bronzer, highlight, and blush. There we go. Yes, that's what I did. Let's go to mascaras. I had 2 mascaras that I really loved this year. I used a lot. I used other ones as well, but I talked about those last year, so I thought that I would talk about these this year. The Lash Sensational from Maybelline New York. I really like this one. I love brushes that are scooped like that. I guess that way it's easier because my eyelashes on the sides over here on the outer V, they really bend forward. So something like this, so I can get in there, kind of swoop them out. It's really great, and I really like this one. This one I've used is the Almay One Coat Multi Benefit. I don't believe it's one coat. I think that's faulty advertisement. Faulty advertisement. But I was doing my mom's makeup, and my mom has like very straight, like really, really blonde eyelashes. But I used this on her, and it like opened up her eyes and it was beautiful, and so I started using it after that. I really like that and I want to get it in the bigger tube. I just have it in the mini tube. Another mascara I like, but I don't know if I like. I know everybody and their monkey's uncle has been talking about the what is this from? What is this from? L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. Now, I like this, but I don't know if I love this because I've used it several times. I feel like it's a bit wet for me.
That's dirty.
I like the brush, I like the way it is, but I feel like the formula is a bit too wet for my eyes because my eyes water. I think that might be my problem, is that my eyes water. And because the other night when I was at a friend's house, I went to the bathroom and there was like black all underneath my eyes. I usually don't have that with other stuff that I use, so I don't know if it's just that my eyes water a lot or where I live, maybe, because I live in Oklahoma and it wasn't even like wet or dreary or snowy or anything that day. It was just, I don't know. But I don't like it on the bottom lash especially. I think that might have been the problem that day. But I'm going to keep using Experiment because everybody else likes it and I feel peer pressure to like it. But I'm going to keep using it. I don't know, maybe it was just me. Did any of y'all feel that way? Did you buy it because you saw everybody else talk about it? I'm not saying it's not good. It's very good. It makes your lashes, it's very clumpy and I like that look and everything. But maybe the formula is a bit too wet on my eyes because I tend to get eyes water a lot if I sneeze or if something chokes me up. I'm like, I don't know if that was just me, but yeah. Or maybe I'm just being really, really high maintenance. I don't know. The thing, like I said, is sponges. These are old. I need to get new ones, but sponges, these are the ones from Eco Tools that come in the set together. I think they were like this or something. But I've used this one for the first part of the year, but then this last end of the year I started just using the concealer one. And I felt like this one really pressed my makeup in, did a good job. It did a good job. I felt like it took a little longer to blend my foundation in with it, but I felt like it really pressed in my foundation. It did a good job and I liked it. But I've been using this little guy, which is dirty, and I do need to get a new one because I've had it far too long.
What else?
I used for most of the year, I was just using, I was going to say foundation. I was using foundation on mine. I was using powders and stuff because I've kept forgetting to buy one of these little guys, but I love this little guy. This is the Brow Stylist Definer from L'Oreal. I love it. I have it on today. I think it's a good job, quick, not too intense. It's easy. I think it's foolproof, and if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I love this spoolie. I like these spoolies like this. I don't like the spoolies where it looks like toothbrush, kind of. But I really, really like this. This is my second one. Another thing that this is from Essence. Make Me Brow. That sounds dirty. I remember when I tried this back in the summer, I think, and I did on my vlog channel, which is my vlog channel now. This is the main channel now. I did a first impressions haul type thing, and I was very well aware it was there. It was very wet. I didn't really like it at first, but I kept using it and using it, and I actually really like it. It is almost empty. It's a small spoolie, tiny little spoolie, but I really liked it and I kept using it and I learned to work with it, and I really like it now, and I will repurchase. Lips this year, I didn't get too much, but I did mostly use my Wet n Wild liquid cat suits. Not so much these two because they're kind of difficult to put on, at least for me. I think some of them, the darker shades, are a bit patchy. I think you can work with them if you have a liner. I don't, so I usually don't wear darker stuff all the time, so I didn't ever really think to get it. But if you're someone that does, I do think they're really beautiful colors. But I do think that you probably need a lip liner to help because they sometimes are a little liquidy. That's my only thing about these. They're a tiny bit liquidy. And if you're someone like me that's still more learning about makeup, I'm not like expert, even though my mother's like, no, you can do it perfect. I'm not as good as some, But I really used a lot this year with Nudist Peach and Coral Corruption. I have a few other ones that are kind of a nudie pink and a brownie shade. I can't find them. They are somewhere. No idea where they're at. I'll find them someday, God willing. But I usually use those, and I really loved the end of this year. I really loved the Juice Benefit Organic Solution. Is a lip balm that I got from Leah and Playful. It's kind of tinted and it's kind of a nudie. It's like a purple plummy shade. It kind of looks metallic, but I really like it. I wore it the other day and It really helps your lips. It feels really good, moisturizing, and I really, really recommend that. It's really, really pretty. So I think that's everything with makeup, except for settings spray I started using this year was the Milani Make It Last. I really like it. Kind of has a fresh scent to it. I don't know what it is. Does it say what it is? Anyway, but I really like it. And the mist, I guess, let me do one more. Really nice mist, not like hitting you in the face like crazy, but I really liked it, and it's from Milani, and I really, really liked it. So I think that's everything on the makeup front. I have a giant mess in front of me. Mom has the washing machine on. I thought you weren't going to turn that on until I was done. What? Thought you were going to turn that on until I was done. So that's everything on my makeup front. I just had the washing machine interrupt me for about 5 minutes because Mom turned it on. It makes so much noise. That's everything on the makeup front. I started this year, in about August, I think it was late July, early August, I started on my wanting to better myself, lose weight, get healthy, all that kind of stuff, because I knew that I was turning 26, and I knew that, you know, like I'll go, you know, I'm closer to 30 than I am 20, which is scary in a way, because I thought certain things would happen by now, but I'm realizing just to, you know, hold on to life and just let it take you where it goes. But anyway, started my low carb, and basically I started falling in love with Atkins shakes. And I've been drinking Atkins shakes for breakfast and for snacks and stuff like that, and I've been doing my low carb and eating a lot more taco salads without shells and stuff, and experimenting with, we made cauliflower tater tots the other day, which were really good, and experimenting with that, and experimenting with things like that, and it was a lot of fun. And that'll be a lot of things I think to hope to do on my weight loss channel, is experimenting with things like that. Like, I have some ideas of different snacks with things that are unique and stuff and fun, but that's what I'm hoping to do. But that was something I'm really happy about that, because I lost about 40 pounds. I have a long way to go, I know, but I was really happy that I started doing that. I started going walking with the girls outside, put them in the stroller or the wagon, and we pull them. It's way too cold now. Me and Mom signed up for Planet Fitness, and I think we're going to start going tomorrow. But that was something I really, 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 really liked. So I was really, really proud of myself. Something on clothes front. I don't really have too many, because it's very difficult to find clothes for someone of my size. Even though I'm wearing a shirt that doesn't fit me, but it looks okay from about the chest up, so that's why I'm wearing it. But I found this at Walmart. It is a green, an army green jacket, Walmart jacket, I guess, and it's really, really pretty, and it's from Wally World. There's this. I wore this to Lady Gaga concert, but that was something that was really cool find. It was only 20 bucks, but I think it looks way more expensive than 20 bucks, don't you think? But I really, really loved that. That was a really cool find and a favorite of mine this year. But I would also tell you guys some of the TV shows and movies and stuff this year that I really, really liked, and tell you just a little summary of why and all that kind of nature. Dinosaur 13. It was on Netflix. I just checked a while ago because I wanted to make sure I got the name right. It's not on Netflix anymore. I don't know why. But it was the story. Let me look it up real fast. Dinosaur 13. It says, I love to watch dinosaur things. I really wanted to be, oh look how long I really wanted to be like a paleontologist as a kid. I really loved Land Before Time and learning about dinosaurs. And I remember I one time had to go and get my blood drawn once, and they couldn't find a vein. And then I did it like 2 or 3 times. And I remember I got to get 2 different books, and one of them was a paleontology book, because I really wanted to be paleontologist and learn about dinosaurs because of Jurassic Park, Land Before Time, things like that. And even like now, it fascinates me so much, and I don't think I'm smart enough to be a paleontologist, but I love dinosaurs. It says 2 years after the discovery of Sue, which is the Tyrannosaurus Rex that they found, the largest and most complete Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton found to date, government officials seized the remains and claimed that Sue was stolen from federal land. I'll have to watch it. It is really, really good. And watch it and you feel for these people and good. And if you love watching documentaries and learning about things like that. It was really good. Chasing Ice was another one I really liked. It was actually a 2012 documentary, so I was like late to the game since 2017 when I watched it. But James Baylog and his team on the Extreme Ice Survey, assembling of multi-year chronicles of plants rapidly melting glaciers. Basically, it's about the glaciers and stuff melting, and not that I ever didn't believe in climate change or global warming or things of that nature, but I never really looked at it in that way. But watching that really makes you think, like, what are we doing to the planet? What can we do to help? All that kind of things. And it made me feel good, the fact that me and my family recycle. I know that's just a small little part, I guess, I hope. But it was I really liked it if you're like me and you love to watch documentaries. Another thing that I really loved was season 2 of Stranger Things. Me and my mom stayed up all night long and binge watched the entire thing. Remember, we thought it was coming out the night before, but I guess because different times and when this blah 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 here, so we thought it was coming out at 12, didn't come out till like 3, so we just did it the next night. But it was so good, and I'm so looking forward to season 3. And if Paul, if you're watching, I know you got hooked on it. I think when season 3 comes out, we should all get together and binge watch it together. I think that'd be a fun night. Another thing that I started to love was a TV show. I found it on YouTube. Was Would I Lie to You? I found it through Greg Davies, who is in Cuckoo, Man Down, and a bunch of other things. He's a comedian, and I am madly in love with him. Like, seriously, like, I love Greg Davies so much. I want to be his baby mama. But I love him, and I will just turn on at night the playlist that is on. There's one, it's a fan-made account, and it's just Would I Lie to You, and it even says on there this blah blah fan-made, I'll just turn it on and turn his playlist on at night and just watch it and just laugh my butt off, and I'll never get tired of it. So funny, so good. And the premise of the show is there are two teams, and basically you'll be like, you'll be the lie or true, and basically the lies that they make up they've never seen before, and the truth, I guess they tell like producers and stuff and things of what's the truth, and you have to, decide whether if they're telling the truth that their parakeet ate their goldfish or whatever the story is. But there are some that are so funny, it's like there's no way that's true, and then it ends up being true. And then it makes you think, like, what would I do? Or I do when I watch TV shows, like, what would I do? What would I say? And some of the stories, like, I broke my hand by trying to open the front door, which was true one night. And it's funny stories like that, and it's a really good show, and I wish they would bring that to the States. I know we have like Match Game and stuff here, and me and my family love to watch that, but I really enjoy that show. A couple other shows that I really loved. The Good Doctor come on this year, and if you didn't watch that, me and my mom watched it from episode 1 on. Such a good show. Cannot wait until it comes back. Another one, oh my god, Designated Survivor. Oh, it was getting so good, and then I'm not gonna spoil it, but if anybody watched or hasn't watched or whatever, but it was so good, and it was getting good. I love it. I love dramas. I love anything that talks about like political stuff and how they're kind of, they really get it kind of on the head of what's actually would go on and stuff, and I like learning. I love things like that. Another thing I really love, which is this last season, which is The Middle. I am so sad that this is the last season. It's been 9 seasons. I remember me and my mom first started watching, but that is a show that you can watch on a bunch of different networks now. They have it on syndication, but it is such a good show, and if you haven't watched The Middle, you've got to watch The Middle. It is hilarious. It's so good, and Sue, the Donahue boy, better get together. I'm going to be so mad, but it's so good. Some movies that we went to see this year that I really love. Wonder Woman, which was awesome. It was amazing. Gal Gadot, I think she's her name. She was amazing. She did a good job. It was so cool to see, it wasn't anything like cliche about it. It was really good. It was really, it was a female director and then a female at the helm of the movie, and it was awesome. And like I keep saying, and I see Future is female, and I love it. It was so good. Another one that I really loved was Beauty and the Beast. We went to go see that this year. I went to see Beauty and the Beast. I have a vlog of that I have not put together that I need to. But I exported some footage onto my hard drive, and half of that got on there, and so you lose the footage off the computer. It's not in the file where you're editing, and I've never went back in there and fixed it. Hopefully I will one day. But it was a lot of fun with Paula and Rebecca, and we ran out of gas almost on that trip, and it was fun. Another one was Pitch Perfect 3, which was sad because it's supposed to be the last one and stuff, but they talked about it might not be the last one, so I don't know. But I remember the first time going to see the first one with my brother and his friend Hayden, and that was a really fun summer. I think that one and Rock of Ages both come out that same summer, and that was just, you know how you look back at those summers and it's just, you feel like you're never going to repeat it, never going to feel that way, and you had so much fun and you were around with your friends and stuff, and I don't know, I really enjoy the movies and have really good memories of that. My favorite music this year come out in October, which is the new Taylor Swift album, Reputation, which I absolutely loved. My favorites, I love the whole album. The album is so beautiful. She's done it again. She's just so beautiful lyrically, and she puts her heart into it, and you can find like little pieces of yourself, and I love that this album is more grown up than any of them, and you really see more of her heart in this album, which you always do, but there's, you know that she did this for us fans and not for anybody else, especially because she didn't promote it on anything. It was just fan driven, and that was beautiful, and I love it. My favorite's probably Endgame. I love them all, but the ones that I listen to the most, Endgame is one, Delicate, Look What You Made Me Do, Getaway Car I love, Dancing with Her Hands Tied, This Way We Can Have Nice Things, I love that one, New Year's Day, Call It What You Want, Dress, I love the whole thing, but that's kind of the order of them, but I love it. I love everything about it. I love this, I love it. I have two magazines that it come out with. I have both of them. I have posters from it, but this was, I was so excited. I remember being up late at night when the lyric video for Look What You Made Me Do come out, and I was like, and then the part was like, she's dead. I was like, what in the world is happening? And it was awesome, and I loved it, and I got tickets, and we're going October this something. I can't remember exactly the date. It might blow my mind right now, but I bought tickets for me, mom, and dad to go, so it was my second time getting to see her. So that was really awesome. Another thing that was really awesome music is I got to see Lady Gaga in concert, which was amazing. I will leave a link to that vlog somewhere, but that was really awesome getting to see her in concert. I've been a fan of hers for forever. I remember the first time I heard Just Dance and Poker Face and all that, and my favorite performance from her ever is the one where she performed Paparazzi at the VMAs. The one where like the blood comes out of her, like her bra, I guess, but it's supposed to be like, you know, she's been cut up in pieces or whatever, from like the media and from other, you know, people, and people will, you know, love you until they cut you down and they string you up and they don't care, but that was always my favorite performance. But it was so cool, like the stage, oh my god, it was so awesome. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with music and stuff this year. Well, I think that about wraps this 9-hour long video up that I tried really hard to make small, but clearly that's not gonna happen. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you had a good 2017. I know we're like 8 days in, 7 or 8 days in, or more by the time you see this, because I'm going to put one up and then this one up next week, I think. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and join the Nut Job family. I actually have this channel and my vlog channel and my weight loss channel that I am going to start uploading on that one. But regardless, thank you very much for watching. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really liked it and you want to share it with people, go ahead and share it with your friends, so everyone can see. But I love you guys very much. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so very much for watching, and I guess we will see you next time I upload a video, hopefully soon. Love you guys. Bye.